The late afternoon sun stretched low across the horizon, painting the quiet county road in hues of amber and gold. Naomi Walker adjusted her robe as she drove, its dark fabric folded neatly in the passenger seat beside her briefcase. The long day in court had been exhausting, but she was eager to stop by Jasper University to see her son before heading home. As she turned onto the main highway, flashing lights suddenly flared in her rearview mirror. A siren wailed briefly. Naomi's stomach tightened. She hadn't been speeding, hadn't run a light. Still, she guided her car to the shoulder and rolled down her window. A tall, lanky officer with a crooked hat swaggered up to her car. His nameplate read Deputy Doug Matthews, and his tone was sharp from the start. "Evening, ma'am. What are you doing around these parts? Don't recall ever seeing you here before." Naomi offered a polite smile. "I was visiting my son at the university. I'm heading home now."
The deputy leaned closer, his shadow cutting across her. "You got any weapons? Drugs, maybe? What about this car? You steal it?" Her jaw dropped. "Excuse me?"
Before we dive in, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell, because here we tell real-life lessons through real and relatable stories.
"Absolutely not." "I'll ask the questions here," Doug snapped, tapping her door with the end of his flashlight. "License and registration, now." Suppressing her irritation, Naomi handed over the documents. "May I ask why you stopped me, officer?" "No questions," Doug barked. "I'm the one asking." Naomi bit back a retort, her patience thinning. He studied her license and registration for a long, suspicious moment. "These names don't match up," he finally said, smirking as though he'd caught her in a lie. "That's because I was recently married. My license reflects my new name. My registration hasn't been updated yet, but as you can see, the addresses match." Doug ignored her calm explanation. He leaned closer, lowering his voice. "So what's the deal? This car hot? Did you steal it from some poor soul?" That was enough. Naomi unbuckled her seatbelt and stepped out of the car, her robe flowing slightly in the breeze. "I have had quite enough of this nonsense. Your accusations are insulting, and I will not tolerate this behavior any longer." Doug stiffened, clearly unprepared for her defiance. He reached for his radio. "Request an immediate backup. Suspect is acting hostile." Naomi raised her chin. "I demand an apology, officer." Doug barked out a harsh laugh. "Apologize? To you? What is this, Judge Judy or something? What's with that black robe anyway? You in some kind of costume?" "It's not a costume," Naomi replied coolly. "It is my work attire. I am a judge, a county judge." Doug's expression flickered between disbelief and mockery. "A judge? You kidding me?" Before Naomi could respond, the rumble of a larger vehicle pulled up behind them. Another set of lights filled the road, and a heavy-suit man with a stern mustache stepped out. Sheriff Earl Vance. Doug greeted him with obvious relief. "Sheriff, glad you're here. Got a live one on my hands. Caught her acting all suspicious. Papers don't match, and she got real feisty." The sheriff nodded gravely, his eyes sweeping over Naomi. "Good call, Doug. Can't be too careful these days." Naomi folded her arms. "Suspicious? The only thing suspicious here is the way your deputy is abusing his authority." "Careful how you talk, ma'am. No one speaks to Sheriff Vance that way. Now, we'll need you to come down to the station and clear this up." Naomi stood her ground. "No, I have done nothing wrong. My papers clearly show my identity and my ownership of this vehicle. You have no lawful reason to detain me." Her calm defiance unsettled the sheriff. His hand hovered near his holster, though he didn't draw. Doug, meanwhile, shifted nervously, his earlier bravado faltering. Finally, Naomi reached into her purse, pulled out a card, and handed it directly to the sheriff. "Here, this is my judicial identification. I preside over Buck County." The sheriff's face paled as he read it. His mustache twitched. He turned sharply toward Doug. "You fool! Why didn't you mention this earlier?" I didn't believe her. She ain't on TV or anything." "She doesn't have to be on TV to be a judge," the sheriff thundered. Silence fell heavy between them. Naomi held her head high, her composure unshaken. "Ma'am," the sheriff finally said, his voice lower now, you're free to go." "That's it?" Naomi shot back. "After subjecting me to harassment and baseless accusations, you dismiss me with a wave of the hand? Where is the apology I deserve?" The sheriff shifted uncomfortably. "We were just doing our job." "Your job," Naomi said firmly, "is to uphold the law, not to bully and intimidate innocent citizens. Remember that." Doug muttered something under his breath, but the sheriff silenced him with a glare. Then, turning back to Naomi, he forced a stiff smile. "On behalf of my department, we apologize." I studied him for a moment, judging the sincerity behind his words. Then she slipped her card back into her purse and drove away. The road ahead stretched long and quiet, but the fire in her chest remained. They had tried to strip her dignity with arrogance and prejudice, but she had reminded them who she was. And they would not forget it.
If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful life lessons.